Imagine this. You come home early from work, expecting a quiet evening with your wife. Maybe dinner together, maybe a movie on the couch. Instead, you walk in and see her slipping into a slinky red dress that clings to her body like it was designed to tempt the world. A dress you've never once seen her wear in all the years you've been together. She turns to you with a smile that feels just a little too rehearsed and tells you she has an important meeting to attend. She leans in, gives you the quickest kiss on the cheek, and rushes to the door before you even have time to process it. But something isn't right. The perfume she leaves behind is the kind she saves for anniversaries, the one you saved up to buy because she said it made her feel beautiful. Her makeup is darker, bolder than her usual soft look, and her hair is curled with care. She's dressed with desire, not for business. The doubt digs into your chest like a thorn. You try to shake it off, but the unease won't go away. I couldn't ignore it. I grabbed my keys, heart pounding, and followed her out into the night. She drove with purpose, heading straight downtown, not toward her office, but at a grand hotel, a 5-star place known for private meetings of a different kind. I parked across the street, hidden in the shadows, and watched her step out. She smoothed her dress, checked the reflection in the car window, and walked inside with a nervous but excited look in her eyes. The lobby was warm and elegant, golden chandeliers casting soft light across velvet chairs. I spotted her at the bar, sipping a martini. For a moment, she was alone. Then a tall man in a sharp suit approached, his movements confident, his smile easy. He kissed her cheek, his hand sliding onto her lower back like it had every right to be there. My blood ran cold. They leaned close, laughing, talking, touching as though I didn't exist, as though the last decade of my life with her had been a dream I'd made up. I stayed hidden, my stomach churning, as they finished their drinks and headed toward the elevators. My pulse thundered in my ears as I slipped into another elevator car and pressed the button for the 12th floor. When I got there, I followed just far enough to see them disappear into room 1204. I pressed my ear to the door. Muffled voices. Then her voice, soft but clear enough to cut like a knife. "I've missed you. This has to stop being so secretive." His reply came deep and certain. "Soon, baby. We'll be together for real." Then came the sound I'll never forget. The slow rasp of a zipper being undone, followed by laughter. The rage inside me exploded. I pounded on the door until it flew open, and there she was, Elena, my wife. Her face pale, her dress rumpled, her eyes wide with panic. Behind her stood the man, shirt half undone, caught in the act. And in that moment, my world caved in, because the man wasn't a stranger. He was Jake, my best friend, my business partner, the man who had stood beside me as my best man on the happiest day of my life. "Elena, what is this?" I demanded, but the words barely left my throat before she started crying. "Mark, please," she whispered. "It started 6 months ago. I never meant for it to happen, but I love him." Jake didn't even try to deny it. He looked me in the eye and said, "I'm sorry, man, but she's unhappy with you. The late nights you thought were for work. She was with me. I couldn't keep lying." The room spun. Memories flooded back. Jake always hanging around our house, making jokes with Elena, offering to step in when I travel for work. Those little glances between them I'd brushed off as friendly familiarity. It all clicked. My marriage had been unraveling long before I noticed. But then came the final blow. Elena, through sobs, said, "There's something else you need to know. Mark, our son Tommy, he's not yours. He's Jake's." The world stopped. Tommy, our 3-year-old boy with a big smile, the one who ran to me yelling "Daddy" every night. I thought his eyes looked a little like Jake's, but I always laughed it off as coincidence. In that moment, I realized it wasn't coincidence at all. The betrayal wasn't just the affair, it was woven into the very foundation of my family. I stumbled back, every breath jagged. Why? We were building a life together. I choked out. Elena's face twisted in guilt. "You were always busy with work." Jake listened. He made me feel alive again. Jake stepped forward, his voice steady. "We didn't want to hurt you, but it's time. We're leaving. We're going to start fresh." I couldn't take another word. I walked out of that hotel, numb, hollow, driving home with tears blurring the road. The house felt foreign when I stepped inside. Max, our golden retriever, whined at the door, confused, sensing something was broken beyond repair. I packed a bag that night and called a lawyer the next morning. Divorce papers, custody battles, the end of everything I thought I had. But the cruelest twist came weeks later. I was cleaning out old files when I found a hidden folder on Elena's cloud drive. Pictures of her and Jake, smiling, holding each other, kissing, dating back to college. Before I even married her. Before Jake stood at our wedding, promising to support us. It hadn't started 6 months ago. It had never stopped. The truth crushed me. Our entire marriage had been a lie. I wasn't the love of her life. I was the safe option, the placeholder. She'd chosen Jake all along. Every memory, our wedding, our anniversaries, the birth of our son, was tainted by the truth that I was never really part of it. I was a bystander in the story of their love. And Tommy, my sweet boy, wasn't mine by blood, though he was mine in every way that mattered. Betrayal doesn't just end a relationship. It rewrites everything you thought you knew about your life. It tears the ground out from under your feet and leaves you questioning every smile, every touch, every word that was ever spoken. My perfect life wasn't real. It was built on lies, and when they came crashing down, so did the man I thought I was. But here's the thing. Betrayal may break you, but it doesn't get to define you. You survive it. You rise, scarred but stronger. And you learn to build again, this time on truth.